What's going on, guys? Bengal here, coming back at you with another video. The rare natural light rebuild, which is not like some of the older rebuilds I would do, actually with natty light, be it saying ridiculous things. No, I mean, like, it's actually the daytime and I'm recording, and it's wild because Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are a ray of light to the NFL. The best team in the league. I honestly think that they are. I know for a while it was like, oh, it's got to be the Steelers, and Steelers fans are like, oh man, just another doubter. It's like, we're an underdog. It seems like every year nowadays, like, one of the best teams in the NFL is like, oh man, we're the underdog, everyone's against us. It's like, no, shut up, you're 11-1. Relax. No one thinks you're an underdog. It's not an underdog story if the Steelers win the Super Bowl this year. But, you know, not for nothing, I think the Chiefs are the best team. Patrick Mahomes is trending towards the best player in NFL history. I know that seems like a lot. He's only played a few seasons, but Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. I'm not going to do what commentators do every single time Patrick Mahomes plays and he makes a casual throw to the side and they're like, unbelievable. Did you see? He is the only one that has ever made a throw like that. That is unreal. I'm not going to do that, but it goes without saying almost that Patrick Mahomes does do some things on a week-to-week basis that really haven't been seen in the NFL. He's consistent, he's unbelievable, he's smart, he knows how to extend plays, and it's not like the Chiefs' offensive line's anything crazy. It's not very good, in fact, with some guys sitting out like the PhD, Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. It's not a great offensive line, and he still manages to make a ton of plays. Not to say that there are no playmakers around him. Tyreek Hill, one of the best receivers in the league. Travis Kelce, the best tight end in the league. George Kittle's right up there, but, you know, you get my point. They have some weapons. We're going to talk about them in a minute. Mecole Hardman as well. But Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable. And yes, I'm aware the Chiefs don't need a rebuild. It's the video series. Give me a break. Cut me some slack. And also, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. We are on the path to 250K before 2021. I think more than likely a lot of you guys are watching this in 2021. So what's up? Hopefully this year doesn't suck as bad as 2020. But let's get after it. So of course, this should be one of the easier rebuilds that we do because this team's already so good and you have such amazing pieces in place. However, that doesn't mean that it's going to be super easy because we do have to completely revamp the offensive line. Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce are going to be super expensive players. Mitchell Schwartz even going to be super expensive to keep around. And when you look on defense, the defense is kind of brutal in a lot of areas. Like the linebacking core is one of the worst in football. They need improvements there very badly. But there are some great young talents as well. Chris Jones is going to be expensive as well. So this rebuild is going to be about seeing what Patrick Mahomes can do long term. Of course, I did do a Patrick Mahomes career sim, so if you want to see his entire career being followed, check out that video on the channel. You can see the career sim playlist. Check it out. Those videos are a lot of fun. But it's going to be about, you know, seeing the dominance that Mahomes maybe can do with some amazing weapons around him, and also managing to bring in good players while remaining under the cap. That's going to be very difficult. Check out the team. Got some guys healthy back. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, Kalichio Semele. Eric Fisher has never really developed, right? He was one of the best offensive tackle prospects of his class, and that's why he went so high in the draft. He went number 1 overall. Think about that. Eric Fisher was the number 1 overall pick in 2013. Awful draft class, by the way. Really bad. But he has kind of developed a little bit. He's not an amazing player. He's never been amazing, but he's been a decent starting tackle for a long time. Reader's an interesting one because he's 28, but he's only a 73 overall. So we might be able to get 1 or 2 years out of him, but probably not my center for the future. Austin Reiter. Behind Travis Kelce, we got Ricky Seals-Jones. He's honestly not a bad backup, but I mean, Mike Remmers is here. I didn't even realize that. They have Lucas Niang. Maybe he can develop into a starter. He's super young, so it's possible. Doesn't look great. It's not going to be this year. There are some amazing weapons at receiver, though. Of course, Mecole Hardman, Tyreek, the Freak, the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, the wanted to say something that kind of rhymed with cheetah. I'm going to pass on that for a moment. But yeah, I mean, probably the fastest player in NFL history. And yeah, I know you talk about 40 times. There's a difference between, you know, straight line 40 speed through 40 yards. John Ross, 4.22. I get that. But Tyreek Hill, I mean, he just runs faster than the fastest players in the world in NFL secondaries. It's wild. He is so fast, and he's developed as a route runner. He's developed as a receiver. Tyreek Hill, unquestioned top 5 receiver in football, maybe even a little bit higher. Sammy Watkins, former top pick by the Bills, never really has panned out to be the guy that everyone thought he could be. Injuries really held him back. Of course, Hardman was a returner at Georgia. He's developed, and that speed's crazy as well. It's a track team for this Chiefs team. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, rookie out of LSU, probably the best rookie running back for the Chiefs based on what he can do really as a receiver out of the backfield. They brought in Le'Veon Bell. Damian Williams is here. Darrell Williams is here. Patrick Mahomes. And of course, Chad Henne. No, Chad Henne is not really a focal point for me. But yeah, Mahomes is 24 years old. He's going to win MVP again this year. I don't know how you give it to anybody else. He's just been so unbelievable. He is going to make another Pro Bowl. You'd think is probably going to be in the Super Bowl. Mahomes is just really on another level. Probably the second best player on this offense behind Anthony Sherman. And then defensively, we talked about the linebacking core. We got a rookie in Willie Gay, who's okay. We'll have to see if we can develop him. Good athlete. Dorian O'Daniel is not great. I'll probably play Willie Gay over him. Anthony Hitchens hasn't ever really been all that good. And then this is another interesting one. Because Damian Williams, or why did I say Williams? Damian Wilson is 27 years old. Only has normal development. Really isn't a bad player, though. Just, it's going to be tough to develop him with that age of 27. On the defensive line, you got Frank Clark, who's a really solid player. Chris Jones is one of the best interior penetrators in the NFL, probably just behind Aaron Donald. But there's a big gap, don't get me wrong, but he's probably the second best from what I can think of. DeForest Buckner is actually probably really close. Derek Notty's in here. Of course, my guy out of Texas, Alex Okafor. Tano Passanio, not great. Taco Charlton, I swear, is not even on this team. No, you know what? Actually, he is on this team. I don't know why I just got him confused with Randy Gregory for a minute. Oopsie. Mike Pennell. Pennell is a nose tackle. Doesn't really fit on this team. Colin Saunders in behind him. I would probably like him more. This guy's a freak. Western Illinois, I believe. Yeah. Can do backflips. And he's 6'3", 324. Like back handsprings, excuse me. Wild. Secondary, I like quite a bit. Juan Thornhill is a young stud. Tyrann Mathieu, who I always try to trade for in rebuilds and never can, is a beast. One of the most versatile defenders in the NFL. L'Jarius Sneed in behind him has been a crazy talented rookie. L'Jarius Sneed has been awesome. Definitely want to develop him long-term. CB1 potential for sure. Bashad Breeland, Charvarius Ward, and Rashad Fenton. Can I not speak today? Nothing new, I guess. Daniel Sorensen is honestly decent for the Chiefs. That is the team, though. Do I really want to trade anybody? We probably can get some value back. There's not a ton of cap room. Mahomes is going to have a monster cap hit pretty soon. Damian Williams honestly has to go. Who else has to go? I mean, Sammy Watkins' contract is so bad. I would honestly, for the price, and even though Demarcus Robinson is a free agent after this year, I would rather have Demarcus Robinson than Sammy Watkins. I'm going to try and trade Sammy Watkins. This isn't a hyper-realistic rebuild. I'll probably do one of those for the Chiefs later down the line. But Sammy Watkins with that cap hit has to go. He's going to start to regress. Got to trade him while I still can. Okay, trading Sammy Watkins, Damian Williams, and a second-round pick for a first and a second from the Jets. Think that's a pretty good trade for us. Clears up some cap room. Now, the cap room will be taken up by that first-round pick because the Jets are probably going to be really bad. But that's probably really the only trade I'll make. We're trading really what amounts to being a backup receiver and the third-string running back on this team. I think it's just a worthwhile trade to make. Got some good picks for the future, and I will simulate to the midseason mark. I'll probably stop it a little bit shy of the trade deadline just so I can potentially move somebody else with an expiring contract. Won't necessarily happen, but I might try to work some magic. 4-2 at the midseason mark after a huge loss to the Bills, and Le'Veon Bell's in here. That's to be expected. Colicchio Semele, Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, Demarcus Robinson. This really isn't a massive free agent class, but there's players here that I kind of want to re-sign, but not for any, like, long period of time. Like, I want Laurent Duvernay-Tardif and Colicchio Semele back, but really not for more than 2-year deals. I think it's a fine contract for Colicchio Semele. He probably should be way higher overall than that. He was in a super tough situation. One of the best guards in the NFL. Went to the Jets. Was injured. The Jets are like, you're not allowed to get surgery. And he's like, well, I'm going to. And it's like, if you get surgery, you're off the team. And he got surgery to repair his body. And the Jets are like, all right, choosing your health over playing still? And they cut him. I don't know. But really good player. Was sick for the Chiefs. Has been injured. But when he's healthy, he's amazing. And then Laurent Duvernay-Tardif has chosen to stay in Canada and work as a doctor during this pandemic. So great for him. But he was trending towards one of the better guards in the NFL as well. We're going to bring him back for 3 years. As for the rest, I'm really not too worried about bringing any of these guys back. I think Le'Veon Bell still has potential to be one of the better running backs in the NFL. I mean, he was so amazing for the Steelers. Just, you know, he was so weird for the Jets. It's a tough spot. I don't know. So, should I trade Le'Veon Bell? Should I trade Le'Veon Bell? I mean, I don't really know the type of value I could get back for him. I probably should trade Charvarius. No, I shouldn't. I'm going to re-sign Charvarius Ward. Let's not be stupid. What I should trade is Bashaud Breeland. I don't know. I could probably get a first-round pick if I added in... I don't know. Does Mike Remmers have any value, you think? Taco Charlton? I mean, these guys are young. If I can get green interest on 2 of these guys, it's a done deal for a first. That's going to be highly questionable. Vikings want it. All right. First round pick from Minnesota. There it is. Bashaud Breeland, Taco Charlton. Gone. First round pick secured as we will simulate to the playoffs. Should be a playoff team. I'll get DB training boost, I think makes the most sense right now. Juan Thornhill needs to develop. L'Jarius Sneed needs to develop. And I mean, that's kind of Charvarius Ward, maybe a little bit. He has a chance to actually upgrade his dev trait. And he's only normal right now. If he gets what? An interception? 1 interception, 1 tackle for loss, 1 sack, 1 forced fumble. Or we hold the Panthers to 200 passing yards. How crazy do I want to be here? Oh, I don't know. Now, let me tell you how I'm thinking about being crazy. I almost am considering playing Charvarius Ward as a rush end. I know this seems so insane, but I think there's a pretty good chance he could get a sack in simulation. Whereas an interception, I think, is much less likely. I really do. So even though the game sucks in that regard, I don't want to exploit it that hard. Like, we already know, I do some exploitations already with some of these trades. I don't want to do something that crazy. We're 6-2. I'll upgrade the team. Hopefully he gets it. I mean, here's what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to extend him a contract right now either way. 24 years old. He's super cheap. I can get him long-term, and he can, at the very, very least, be a solid third option for us. Probably even better, especially if he gets star dev. We're going to be absolutely set at the cornerback position with L'Jarius Sneed, with Charvarius Ward, and now we beat them 27-24. They almost certainly passed for over 200 yards. So I don't think that's really going to be in play. Let's go ahead and check it out. I would say almost unquestionably. 224. They were so close to being underneath the threshold. But did Charvarius Ward have an interception? Or a tackle for loss? Sack? Anything like that? Nope, he didn't. Alright, well, that sucks. We're going to simulate to the playoffs. Clearly going to be a playoff team. I don't think that's going so far to say. We're 6-2. It's the Chiefs. Haven't changed the playbook, although I probably should to get the best results. First round bye, though. 13-3. 5th best offense in the league. Patrick Mahomes was great. Would love to see the touchdowns be a bit higher, but it was really the defense that seemed to pull its weight. Mahomes was quite good, although in my opinion, unexceptional. 31 touchdowns to 7 picks. I get that that's a great ratio. That's unreal. 31 touchdowns in regular NFL, great. But I want him to be at 40. I just do. Great amount of passing yards. People are going to be like, oh my God, you think this was not good? I understand it was a great year. Just what I know is capable in Madden, I want him to be better. Running back by committee here. Both under 4 yards per carry, although very narrowly. Receiving, Mecole Hardman in the slot. 96 catches for over 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns. Tyreek, over 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. And then defensively, Charvarius Ward led the team in tackles, had 4 for loss, half a sack, 2 picks. Damian Wilson led the team in sacks with 7. Willie Gay had 5. 4 picks for Tyrann Mathieu, 3 for Anthony Hitchens, 2 for Dorian O'Daniel and Charvarius Ward. And then defensive touchdowns, nothing. Mahomes probably going to be in the MVP race. Doesn't win it. That goes to Josh Allen. Mahomes at 6. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year is Dante Hightower. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Justin Herbert. Clyde Edwards-Helaire at number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Logan Wilson. We get Willie Gay at 7. L'Jarius Sneed at number 8. So we're going to be in the divisional with our really, really good team. I don't want to be one and done. The Jets made the playoffs. How is that possible? This is 2020. I didn't jump in from the actual point in the season like I do with the realistic rebuilds where we use a real draft class and all that. But the fact that the Jets with that team went 9-7 is actually unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. We're in the conference championship against a very strong simulation team in the Cleveland Browns. I'm not going to jump in here because it's year 1, but we lose. Do not end up making the Super Bowl. Of course the Browns are going through. That is the nature of the beast of simulation. As it was a really close game, 10 points, absolute shootout, 52-42. Our defense just could not hang. We allowed 500 yards. Clearly didn't deserve to win with that performance by the defense, but that's why this is a rebuild, man. Like, yeah, we're in the conference championship year 1. That's not why. But I'm saying, like, we clearly have a big point of emphasis, which is upgrading the defense and, you know, managing our money. So we can't bring back Le'Veon Bell. Doesn't make sense to bring back Demarcus Robinson or Anthony Sherman or Damian Wilson, honestly, at 28. Or Austin Ryder, honestly. So we're going to go into free agency. Looking for one of the best defensive players available. We really don't have any money. That's the tough part about it. Allen Robinson's here. Surprised we never see him, but the Bears re-sign him in free agency every single time. That would be a huge upgrade on Demarcus Robinson for that role, but we just don't have the money. If you see Mahomes now, holy. I mean, we're going to have to deal with a $40+ million cap hit in 2023 and beyond, which is going to be super, super tough to navigate. Frank Clark's contract is unbelievable. He's probably going to end up being traded. 28 years old, only an 82 overall, only star development. He's done progressing. So Frank Clark with that monster cap hit over the next 2 years has to go. Has to go. We're going to take the penalty this year, but I don't really see any other way around it. Anthony Hitchens absolutely has to go. What picks do we have? 14, yeah, because the Jets dominated, 26 and 30. So we have 3 first-round picks, but they're not particularly in great spots. So I think what we're going to do is package a draft pick and one of these players to move up a lot in the draft. Hopefully somebody wants Anthony Hitchens. The Bears do, but they're picking late in the draft. I want a higher pick. Broncos could have done really poorly. They're top 10. That might be a good spot. Colts could have done poorly. They're picking a number 3. This could be a Frank Clark spot, though. It's going to be. I'm going to take out Anthony Hitchens. I'm going to get number 3 and maybe a second. Okay, number 30, Frank Clark. And yeah, I get it. Frank Clark's a good player, and defense is clearly the weak point of our team. But he's also extremely expensive. Not to mention, not going to progress anymore, not going to develop. He had to go. Second round pick next year. gets us a second-round pick next year from the Colts. I think we're going to be really good, so I think that's really good value for us. So we're moving up. Frank Clark is on the move, clearly, but Anthony Hitchens has to go as well. I think we could trade up from number 26, perhaps. Or, get this. Maybe we make a move for a first-rounder next year. Would like that a lot. Probably would be beneficial to trade Eric Fisher at some point as well. So I think I might opt to do that at some point. I got to see how his contract is structured. He's really just under contract for this year only. Are we going to be able to make enough replacements in the draft? That's the question. So that cap penalty obviously doesn't free us up any space. We're going to simulate to the draft, skipping fifth-year options. People have been asking me why I'm doing that. It's because depending on the player, you're going to pay them basically a one-year contract for over $10 million a year. And when you have a cap situation like this Chiefs team does, it is not beneficial for me to take a bigger cap hit for 1 year when I can extend a player for a longer period of time and pay them less. So that's why I do that. Reggie Stuckey. Wow, I need to move up to number 1. He looks unbelievable. That's an insane replacement for Frank Clark. I'm going to look around some more. We do need wide receiver, but I think our main focus has got to be on the defensive side of the ball. This dude's name is Deontay Hammer out of Texas Hook'em Horns. I might be in on... Oh, Hamner. I'm less excited. Also, Dylan Moore out of Washington State. What the hell? 6'4", 306. Amazing top skills. Amazing combine. Excited to see how good he's going to be. Probably don't need him. Or definitely don't need him. Andrew Middleton. Another insane looking player. This is a very, very strong draft class from what I can tell. Obviously, you don't know anything about the development traits. But from what I can tell, and even Armond White looks very good. From what I can tell, this draft class is unbelievable. And I want, like, every player in it. Would the Jags really take a defensive end here? I don't think they would. They should take the QB. But, yeah, they probably are going to take the defensive end. I don't want to trade up to number 1. But he's probably going to go there. 78 overall. Really good player. There goes Dylan Moore, also a 78 overall. I wasn't prepared to trade up to number 1. They should have taken the quarterback, even though he's a late first-round guy. They decided to do something else. And I want Andrew Middleton really badly. Looks like a stud middle linebacker. Okay, making a move. Trading with the Giants, giving them number 3 overall. Trading back down to 7, but also in the process picking up a first-rounder next year. I will simulate to number 7. See what's there, and then make my move as Glenn Griffith doesn't even have a picture. We're still in a really good spot because Ben Langford's available if we want him. Did an elephant just fall in the apartment above me? Good lord. Andrew Middleton I still want. Will he be available at number 14? I find that to be unlikely. I do. But then after that, there's really no one that I want until Mike Hart, who also looks to be very, very good. It's a tough draft because there really is so much talent in it. Okay, making a very interesting trade here. Eric Fisher, final year of his deal. Got to get rid of him, especially that cap hit. We're trading number 26 in the draft to move up to number 9. We're trading a second-round pick next year and getting Mike Purcell just to make the trade work for the cap room. So clearly, our offensive line does get a little bit worse. Although, honestly, not substantially worse, but definitely a little bit worse. 73 down to a 65 isn't great. We still don't have a center. I'm looking to change that. We don't have a lot of depth right now. Anthony Hitchens went up to star too. Willie Gay went up to star. Charvarius Ward went up to star. Is everyone just getting upgraded on this team? I love it. I love it. Did I miss anything offensively? I just dropped that. Laurent Duvernay, Tardif, and Clichy Assembly both have star, but I think they also already did. I think Mecole Hardman already had star as well. Right? I think so. All right, we're at number 7. I felt it was worth it to move up. And Wyatt Allen, didn't even see you. Well, I'm glad I didn't. I don't want you. I'm going to take Ben Langford here. That's my Frank Clark replacement. 6'4", 272. Looks like a beast out of Arkansas. Is he the best option? I want Andrew Middleton very badly. But also, we have Mike Hart, who looks like a great speed rusher. I'm going Ben Langford. Let's not think about it too long. That's a great pick. Number 9 in the draft. Took him at number 7, but he does have star better development. We're starting this rebuild with the draft off on a great note, actually taking a star better player, and he looks really good. Blackshed's not so great, but 82 speed, 85 power moves right away. He should be wreaking havoc on the defensive line, creating all types of pressure as the Falcons go Isaiah Hunter out of Florida. And I'm going to take the linebacker, Andrew Middleton out of Oregon. He is number 4 in the draft. Unfortunately, only normal development, but he is a 77 overall, 90 speed, 88 tackle. Coverage could be a little bit better. It's not so great, but overall, this guy can fly and he can tackle. Can shed blocks pretty well. And you'd expect that because he's a linebacker in Madden 21, that his development trait would be upgraded. You'd expect that to happen. Mario Curtis is clearly a really good player. I just don't think receiver is that big of a focus for me right now. I think it's either trading down or taking Deontay Hamner right now. But I don't think we're really going to be able to trade down all that much. We're not going to be able to trade down as expected, but I think I do have to take the center. But is that the... Hold on. Let's not be stupid about this. Because I can trade back up. I know I've already taken some good amount of first round picks here at 2. But if I take the receiver, right, add some height to our receiving core, 6'3", I can trade back up for Deontay Hamner. Mike Hart looks like a solid player. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think we need him right now. Who's my other edge rusher? Tano Passanio. I mean, I might have to take the edge here. Just say receiver doesn't matter that much. We already have 2 really solid ones. Let's take the edge rusher. Yeah, that has to happen. We're going to take the edge, and then we are going to trade back up for the center. So it's going to be a little bit of a reach, but it's not a reach because he's really good. Mike Hart, 75 overall, number 7 in the class. Took him at 14. Only normal development kind of stinks, but 84 speed, 82 finesse moves. He's like the same exact player we just drafted, except for he's a finesse rusher instead of a power rusher. I do need to trade back up for that center, though. Has to happen. Cannot miss on that player. The rest of the draft board, like, isn't crazy. So I need to make a move up right now. Okay, we're making a move. Trading a future first rounder, but I think we're going to win the Super Bowl next year, so should be fine. We're adding in a 2nd and a 3rd to make it work. So we're giving up a lot of value in actual picks, but I think we're getting way back in the player that we're going to take here in the center. Deontay Hamner out of Texas. Looks to be a monster. We need a center really, really badly. He's 6'3", 310, so he'd be a little bit small to play left tackle, but I'm not going to throw it out. He is the number 1 player in the class. Oh, I would do that trade 100 times over. Star dev as well, or higher, I guess. 89 strength, 85 run block, 84 pass block. This might be the best offensive lineman I've ever drafted in Madden 21. And he's a center. And he has star better development. Unbelievable. Certainly worth trading up for. Like 100%. So the rest of the draft really isn't too great. I'm going to take Eric Alden here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Star better development? That's fun. Nice overall. 91 speed. Not much of a route runner, but his hands are pretty good. Huh. We might have something there in Eric Alden. He is 23, a little bit older than you'd like. But that's not too bad. Reggie Stuckey would have been worth having on the team for sure. I mean, his power and finesse moves actually aren't crazy or anything like that. He's just extremely well balanced. But the big thing is he's 21, so he's going to progress more easily. And his development trait is superstar. Would have been nice to have him, but I really can't complain. We got the number 1 overall player in the class and the number 4 overall. Dylan Moore also had star better development. Also, don't confuse him with Dylan Moore, for the Mariners, who spells it differently. His development trait's only star. But I think they're both from Washington State versus Dylan Moore, Seattle Mariners. There's something there, maybe. Armin White thought about taking normal dev. I mean, other than that, though, we've done amazing. Mario Curtis only had normal development. He looks pretty good, though. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have Mario Curtis? He's 22 years old, 75 overall, but normal development, right? Or the receiver we drafted, who's a year older, is a 69 overall, but does have star better. His route running looks so much worse in comparison, but I wonder which one will be the better move 3 years down the line. Where did that player go? Hold on, let's check it out. Just maybe we will check down the line. Baltimore. Okay, we'll remember that. I will forget. It won't come up for the entire rest of the rebuild, but for right now, I do intend to show it later. Will it happen? Doubtful. Deontay Hamner is actually an 80 overall tackle. Pretty sick. However, Mitchell Schwartz is going to move over to left tackle. I think it has to happen. Lucas Niang can play right tackle. That's fine. Hamner will stay at center, at least for right now. And then Alden will be my third receiver, without question. Defensively, some big upgrades. Ben Langford, who will be way better than Frank Clark in 2 years. Trust me on that. Willie Gay, already into the 70s. Good for him. He started out as, what, a 67? So he's getting better. Starting a rookie at middle linebacker in, what, Andrew Middleton? Yep, Andrew Middleton. And then we have Mike Hart at left end. I need these guys to play well. We have so much potential on this team. It's just about them actually, you know, like, showing up, balling out. But, I mean, the team set up almost exactly as I would like. Just need to change slot receiver, and that's really it. I think QB training boost would be a waste, so we're going to do LB for the rookie, and then wide receiver for the rookie. And other than that, I will simulate to the midseason mark. Catch up with you guys there. Midseason mark. We are 3-5. Okay. Time for a playbook change. I mean, that's for damn sure. Not sticking around and having the best offense, but with the bye week, that's maybe not entirely accurate. His Mahomes numbers are pedestrian. And then 27th best defense. Tyreek Hill's frustrated. We do have a breakout challenge for Willie Gay. Sure, if he can go up to superstar dev, yeah, I mean, have a blast. But I do have to change a lot of things. Because why is Tyreek Hill frustrated? Is he not my number one slot? You have the most catches and yards and touchdowns on the team. What do you mean? You're averaging 99 yards per game. How could you be frustrated? Shut your mouth. Oh, the center has superstar dev as well. What a pick in Deontay Hamner. Receiver, we don't know yet. He got changed to fourth receiver. Don't like that. Don't know about Langford yet. Why? 6 snaps away. He should be playing a lot more than he is. Tyrann Mathieu is going to be a free agent, as is Mitchell Schwartz, Derek Nottie. So 3 massive free agents, honestly. And that's not just because Mitchell Schwartz and Derek Nottie combined for, like, what, 630 pounds? No, it's because they're really, really good. Tyrann Mathieu is pretty expensive as well, but he deserves a huge extension. He wants a bigger bonus. All right, Mitchell Schwartz, gonna be a 4-year deal. Up the salary and bonus a little bit, and he is back long term. And then Derek Nottie, I want probably back on a 5-year deal. There he goes. He's back. Let's go. Didn't make the playoffs. So much for our Super Bowl pick. Finished 8-8, which almost every team in the division did. 8th best offense. Mahomes threw for only 29 touchdowns, and 14th best defense. I mean, it really isn't a terrible year for Mahomes, right? But it's just like, the numbers aren't where you'd like them to be. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, though, hats off to him, was excellent. Almost 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns, averaging over 4 yards per carry. Tyreek Hill, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Travis Kelce, over 900 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hardman, 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. Just the touchdowns are really not there for the team overall. Good year for Andrew Middleton as a rookie. 13 tackles for loss to go with 126 tackles, half a sack, 2 interceptions. Chris Jones led the way with 8.5 sacks. Mike Hart, 7.5, 6.5 for Ben Langford. Willie Gay with 5 interceptions. Matthew had 3. Andrew Middleton, Charvarius Ward had 2. Yearly awards, don't really expect to see anybody even in this. Mahomes is not AFC Offense Player of the Year, maybe. Yep, Mahomes at 8. Defense Player of the Year, Dynasty Hightower. Andrew Middleton as a rookie at number 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Deshaun Golden. Eric Alden at 3. Defensive Rookie of the Year, not shockingly at all, is Andrew Middleton. Mike Hart at 3. Ben Langford at 7. Charles Fisher, who cares about him? Best running back, not Edwards-Helaire. Jamison Crowder is the best receiver in the league, apparently. Best linebacker did not go to Andrew Middleton. So he was 3rd for Defensive Player of the Year, but as a linebacker, only 5th. I don't know how we didn't make the playoffs. That's super frustrating. I mean, our second half wasn't too bad. It was just when you start out 3-5, you're probably not going to make the playoffs. Tyrann Mathieu wants a bigger bonus. We talked about that. Don't really want anyone else back. So I will up that bonus, take the salary down a little bit. And he is back long term. It was worthwhile. I think that's a fair contract for him. And we will head out into free agency, probably with a lot more money than we had last year. Yeah, about what? If you want to do multiplications of it, it's 9 times as much. But it really is like, what, 17 mil? Could get Jair. I mean, it's been talked about that we get Fred Warner quite a bit, which I don't even think is that true. But Roquan Smith is here. He's someone we never get, and I would be extremely happy to get him. Maybe on a little bit lower of a contract. Let's take a look at dev trait increases, if we even had any. Eric Alden had star. It's a little bit unfortunate that we don't have our first round pick since we weren't that good. And then defensively, yes, Ben Langford. Did he have it or did he get it? Had superstar dev, but Mike Hart went up to star. So that's great. Rookie middle linebacker, Andrew Middleton, went up to star. So great stuff from him as well. He's an 80 overall now. Absolutely love to see that. Man coverage goes up. And then did anybody else go up? Not that I can tell. But this team's starting to look, like even better than it was before. Because that defense is starting to come along. And we got Roquan. There we go. Roquan Smith, welcome to Kansas City. He's going to play outside linebacker. Or, actually, I'm probably going to move Andrew Middleton to outside linebacker. I just think he's going to fit the scheme a little bit better. In our 4-3, I think he's a run stopper. And I think that's actually the scheme fit. So, yeah, he's a scheme fit. Roquan's a scheme fit. Willie Gay's a scheme fit. Everyone's a scheme fit on our defense. We're looking pretty great. So, Roquan Smith is going to go up to a 93 overall. Kind of shocked he doesn't have superstar development. I think he'll probably end up getting that, to be honest. But right now, things are looking pretty good. Just need our defense to come along. That's really all it is. Offensively, we're looking solid. Kalichi Osemele and Laurent Duvernay-Tardif both went down from star to normal dev. So we could use some new offensive linemen in here, especially at right tackle. Backup tight end, backup running back I'm looking at. But do we really even need a defensive player at all? Maybe a third corner? NFL draft time, we should have a first round pick. It's at number 11. And that is from somebody. For sure. Carlos Aragon. You guys remember the book Aragon? I think it turned into a movie. All right, that was my jam back in like 4th grade. At number 11, would I rather go offensive line or corner? Now, it's not like D'Angelo Moreland is anything crazy. Why did I have this guy watched? I mean, there's no way. I must have clicked somebody accidentally. Had to have. I think I tried to click Khalid Woodson. All right, now that's better. Do I want him? Outside linebacker. I could move to a 3-4, where I think we'd have a lot more success. I do have 2 really good inside backers to do that. And then I would have, Woodson at outside linebacker. I'd have probably our finesse rusher at outside linebacker. And then I would have Chris Jones, Derek Nottie, and whatever our superstar dev right end, whatever his name is, he would play right end still. So we could do a 3-4. 3-4 Storm appears to be pretty good in Sim. Do I want to do that? I mean, the only thing there is it kind of makes Willie Gay useless. It's not like he's crazy good to begin with. It's definitely an option. Would I prefer that or an offensive lineman? It's a tough call. It really is. Like, we get a mid-first round guard whose top skills are okay. Like, they're nothing crazy. but he is really, really strong, really agile. Khalid Woodson, we know he can get after the QB. A- power moves is quite good. I mean, he's not even really an outside backer. He's a defensive end. He's 6'4", 270. Like, he's huge. Who do I think is better? Woodson or Moreland? Knowing that we can pick up a solid tackle later, and we don't need guard in this draft, I think I'm going to go outside backer for scheme versatility. 74 overall. Only normal development does hurt. 82 speed, 82 power moves. Good finesse moves and block shedding. Zone coverage is low. He'll probably be a higher overall at defensive end. I don't think that's a bad pick. It just obviously wasn't a great pick, as he didn't have better than normal dev. Bryson Graham going to start immediately at right tackle. Only a 72 overall. Can't really pass block very much. Only normal dev, but he is 21. A lot of room for improvement there. Immediate starter. Lonnie Perriman out of Fresno State. 70 overall. Number 48 in the class. Took him at 110. Only normal dev. He's a solid rotational guy. At best, he's 6'5", 307. Block shedding is a little bit low for someone of that size. We're going to simulate to the end of the draft. How do we get Geno Stone? I want to say the Ravens snagged him. But I guess he's on the Chiefs now in Madden, even though he's definitely still on the Ravens in real life. Like 99% sure of that. But yeah, I guess there is that 1%. Specialists, we got Langford and Hart still going after the QB. I'm going to keep it the same this year. If the 4-3 doesn't work out this time around, I will make a change. I'll be forced to. But right now, I'm going to keep it as is. Can't really do any training boost there. So we'll just hold on to the Coach XP and simulate to the midseason mark after I change schemes. 4-3 at the midseason mark, but the Raiders are 6-1, 25th best offense. Well, we already had our bye, so that's why it's maybe a little bit lower ranking. Because Mahomes is third in the NFL in touchdowns and passer rating. So I think the offense is actually amazing. Now, being at 20th for defensive yards when we haven't, like, we've already had our bye, that's a little bit concerning, honestly. I mean, we're just going to stick with it for now. There's nothing really I can do. Running back training boost, I guess. Again, we don't really need to focus on anything quarterback related because Mahomes is already unbelievable. Tyreek Hill is going to be a free agent, so we want to bring him back, as is Mecole Hardman, Juan Thornhill. I mean, the rest I'm not really too worried about right now. Did I not end up trading Anthony Hitchens? Huh. Guess not. But Thornhill, Hardman, Hill all need to come back. Monster contract for Tyreek Hill. Like, he wanted so much, and I had to give it to him. I want Hardman to stay here as well, so do have to bring him back, and he resigns. Is there an ant? No way. On my monitor, the absolute gall and guts. Wild. I think I got it. Whatever. You guys don't care about an ant. Juan Thornhill, welcome back. So top three are all here. Rashad Fenton probably would be good to bring back as well. He's not super expensive. 5-year deal for him. He's back. And then I think offensive line probably is going to be a draft priority this year. We will upgrade. We're 4-3. We're just not quite as good as I want to be. Obviously, I think we should be like 6-1. Hey, first round bye. We went 12-4. How did that even happen? I mean, 3 losses within our first 6 games, not ideal. And then, I mean, we were so dominant the second half of the season. Very close game against the Niners, but just straight wins down the board. You love to see it. The team started heating up. They got hot. They stayed hot. 5th best offense. See, those are the numbers I'm talking about that I want to see for Patrick Mahomes, as that has to be a clear MVP performance. Almost 4,400 yards, 46 touchdowns to only 8 picks. That's what I'm looking for. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was great. Only 5 touchdowns, but that's okay. He had over 1,100 yards, averaged 4.6 per carry. You love that. Receiving, Tyreek Hill, 1,200 yards, 14 TDs. Travis Kelce, over 900 yards, 10 TDs. 700 yards for Mecole Hardman on 70 catches, 6 touchdowns. Eric Alden even got involved. Deontay Burnett, our 4th receiver, with 5 touchdowns. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is finding everybody in the end zone, including Darwin Thompson. I actually think he's a good player in real life. It'd be nice to see him get going. 117 tackles for Roquan, led the team. 14 tackles for loss for Ben Langford. 13 Chris Jones. 13 Mike Hart. You look at quarterback sacks. Chris Jones got double digits with 11. Ben Langford with 6. 3.5 for Roquan. 3.5 for Andrew Middleton. Mike Hart only with 3. You were a rush end. How is that possible? 5 picks for Roquan Smith, led the team. He's putting up Defensive Player of the Year type numbers. 3 for Willie Gay, 2 for Andrew Middleton, Charvarius Ward, and Rashad Fenton. No defensive touchdowns, but that's fine. Yearly awards, it's got to be Patrick Mahomes for MVP, and of course it is Minshew getting in the conversation. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Patrick Mahomes, no question about it. Defensive Player of the Year is CJ Mosley, Roquan Smith at 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Isaiah Tatum. Keegan Tompkins at 2. I couldn't tell you who that is on our team. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Zaire Harden. No Chiefs in there either. I mean, we had a rookie. He just wouldn't have played all that much just because, like, he didn't have a development trait above normal. And he just wasn't amazing, as L'Jarius Sneed goes up to an 85. There we go. Divisional round against a team that knocked us out last year, or 2 years ago now. We didn't make the playoffs last year. It's the Cleveland Browns. I mean, you've seen the team. Did we draft anyone with above star dev? I don't think so. We're going to simulate. We got to beat the Browns here. Didn't happen. 24-21. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Super Bowl next year, maybe. We'll see. As far as I can tell, the Browns crushed the Packers in the Super Bowl. Sometimes it gets it wrong, though. Sometimes it could have been Packers 41-7, and they just kind of show the logos in a weird way, or out of order. We have no money. Negative 3.6 mil. It's going to be tough to sign anybody with negative money. It's like, if you pay us, you can play for us. But honestly, we're really good, so maybe that would work. Say, oh, you want to win a Super Bowl? Pay us, and we will let you on the team. Doesn't really work that way, unfortunately, for us. Duvernay Tardif's contract, not great. Not great. Probably should have taken the guard last year, but I thought we had a better chance to take a better player in the edge rusher. Didn't work out on this occasion. 2023 NFL Draft, pick at number 28. Now, Luke Lipton. Looks pretty damn good. Jerry Hansen looks pretty damn good. Offensive line class is kind of awful. So bad luck for us on this occasion. Chase Money. Gotta chase a bag. Almost want to draft him just for that. Simulating to number 28 where we pick, and then not for a while. We could go running back. None of these guys look anything crazy. Early first rounder, I'm shocked because his attributes don't look anything crazy. They really don't. Mac Tut. Don't really need a receiver. I'm going backup tight end. Peter Peppers out of Washington. Vertical threat. He only ran 4.75, but we do need a backup tight end, and we got one. Peter Peppers, 75 overall. And he like goes down with a nursery rhyme like Peter Piper picked a pickled peppers, something. I don't know how it goes exactly, but it's something like that. And we got him. Is it Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled peppers? Shoot, I have no idea. It's been a while since I've heard that. Conrad Berger, 5th round receiver. He'll probably end up being on the team. But offensive line was just so bad. So as much as I wanted somebody to improve our O-line, there was just nobody available. Wow, that receiver's actually the best guy I can even take. We're going to take him and then let the CPU handle the rest. Conrad Berger out of Oklahoma. Number 17 in the class. Normal dev, but good speed. He's a slot guy. Normal dev is a little unfortunate, but he's decent overall. 4th receiver. Not too mad about it. Yeah, Mahomes has skill points we can't even use because he's so good. Who is this? Daryl Jones. I mean, okay, it's probably worth playing him over Berger. Let's be honest. Offense looks pretty good. Kalichio Semele's gone, but Lucas Niang is going to play left guard. I don't love that, but we don't really have a lot of choice in the matter. And then defensively, Middleton goes up to superstar dev. There we go. Just looking to develop the guys that we had last year that played so well. Let's see what they do this year. 2023. Would love a Super Bowl win finally. I mean, the team's a 90 overall. Tight end training boost. Why not? Let's do something. I'll see you guys at the midseason mark. 5-2 at the midseason mark. After a big win against the division rival Broncos, Chris Jones will be a free agent. Gonna need to bring him back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is here. L'Jarius Sneed, Willie Gay. It's the 2020 draft class. Got to bring all these guys back if we want them. But what's our money situation looking like? 21 mil. It's going to be kind of close, but I think we got it. How is Willie Gay so expensive compared to the other guys? Anyway, we got Willie Gay, L'Jarius Sneed, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Chris Jones all to return. Laurent Duvernay-Tardif, I have to let walk. Darryl Jones doesn't make sense to keep. We've got a solid team, 5-2. I mean, it has to be a playoff team. It really does. I can't see any other way or any other thing happening. 5-2. I think we'll probably win at least 11 games. Just need to get hot the second half of the year a little bit. Stay hot. And we do. First round bye. 13-3. 7th best offense. Mahomes lighten it up. 4,000 plus yards, 40 plus touchdowns, and the best best defense in terms of yards in the NFL. Mahomes, 4,369 yards. Nice. 42 TDs, 5 picks. Amazing. Edwards-Helaire was good, averaging 4.5 yards per carry. Also had 5 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards as well. Receiving, Tyreek over 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. Hardman over 900 yards, 6 touchdowns. Travis Kelce over 800 yards, 9 touchdowns. Conrad Berger, the rookie out of Oklahoma, almost up to 800 yards on only 49 catches. Had 7 touchdowns in there as well. Peter Peppers, no TDs for him. Defensively, Charvarius Ward led with tackles with 100. Tackles for loss, we got 16 from Chris Jones. Only 2 sacks for him. That's because 14 went to Ben Langford. The other 10, Mike Hart, as they combined for 24. 4.5 for Willie Gay. 3 for Derek Nottie. 3 for Roquan. 2 for Chris Jones. I don't know why Chris Jones had so few. Willie Gay had 5 interceptions, as did Roquan Smith. 2 picks for Tyrann Mathieu and Charvarius Ward. A couple other players had 1. I think Rashad Fenton was in there as Cam Newton beats out Patrick Mahomes for the MVP. Disgusting. Dwayne Haskins is on the Falcons and got a lot of votes. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Jack. Willie Gay at 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Alexander Harris. We had Conrad Berger at 2. Brandon Harrison, whoever that is, at number 3. Peter Peppers at 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Matt Sasser. No Chiefs, but we do have a first round bye. I'll see you in the divisional. We have a 90 overall team. Probably will get even better as the team's upgraded here. 92 offense, 88 defense. We see the Ravens at 9-7, and that reminds me to check out the receiver on the Ravens. He's probably going to be around an 80 overall. I know we talked about him so long ago, but this is like the perfect time to check up. It's perfect time. He is a 79 overall, is Mario Curtis. What about our receiver? Eric Alden, 77. So maybe it'll work out where next year he'll be a higher overall, but is not right now. Got the Ravens here at home. Please do not lose. Thank you. 49-23. I'm jumping in the conference championship this time. I'm not risking the Browns crushing us and then being sad, or even winning by a field goal like they did last time. It's 290 overall teams going head-to-head. Super sim action. Let's get after it. Game's off to an interesting start. Seems like it's all been field goals from Harrison Butker. We're up 16-10. Make it 23-10 as we get to the end of the second half, or second quarter, excuse me, end of the first half. We're up 29-13 though, 36-13. It's going to be too little too late for the Browns as they try to get back in this game, but it just won't happen. Your final is going to be 39-21. Why does Kevin Stefanski look so weird? I don't know. His head's like the widest thing I've seen in a while. 39-21. Don't even know who the Browns quarterback is. Certainly not Baker Mayfield. Oh, sick. We just lost the AFC Championship. Let's all take pictures together. Why would that happen? We just lost. No Super Bowl. What is going on? 39-21. But on the bright side, this Chiefs team is going to the Super Bowl. Also would love to see some sick dev trade increases as we run into the Chicago Bears. I mean, we're still going to be a 90 overall after this upgrade. Nothing's going to change. 92 offense, 88 defense still. And I'm not seeing any offensive dev trade increases. That sucks. What about defensively? We have Matt Ryan. Oh, do have some defensively, though. Roquan Smith goes up to superstar. And honestly, it's kind of shocking that Willie Gay did not go up to superstar dev, because he had such an amazing season. Kind of shocking there. I don't know why that would be. Super Bowl against the Bears in Minneapolis. So Chicago, they're going to have a little bit more of a home game. Shorter travel distance, but I mean, whatever. There's no storyline there. Super Bowl against the Bears. Let's walk out of here with a W. Down early, but it's still super close as we take the lead. Bears going to do it right back. 14-10. Make it 17-10. Can't score before the half ends. That sucks. 24-10. We get back on the board. 24-17. And apparently, if you go speed slow, you can actually watch each individual play in Super Sim, which is kind of cool. I've never done this before. I don't know why. This feels like it'd be a no-brainer. But we need a big stop on third down. Cam Newton back to throw. Fires left side of the field, but looks like Roquan Smith going to tackle him short of the marker as he came back. 4th and 1. Going to be a punt. That's what I like to see. They get a field goal out of that? It's 27-17. That's wild. Are they marching down the field again? I got to jump in. Only 4 minutes to go. We need points. And badly. Can Tyreek Hill just run past everybody? That sure would be swell. I mean, he's pretty much triple teamed. And he was the only guy I was looking at. Throwing back across body. See, here's the thing that's a little bit frustrating about that. Is I tried to use Playmaker. And I didn't get anything there. I'm still pretty much only looking Tyreek Hill deep. Because, I mean, let's be honest. He should be able to burn somebody. He's got incredible speed. I don't think we can throw it to him, though. Playmaker, Mahomes on the run. Finds Edwards-Helaire. I'm not getting the separation I want. I want Tyreek Hill to just run past everybody, and it isn't happening right now. 2nd and inches. They kind of accounted for the screen. Get the first down anyway. We need to score way faster than this, man. Time's running out. This game's going to end. Down by 10. 2.5 minutes to go. Safety came up. We're bombing it. Out of range. Sick catch, Tyreek. What do you mean out of range? I mean, did you forget what quarterback we have? It's Patrick Mahomes. Screen. Give me a block. Come on. I have no idea how that throw is out of range for Patrick Mahomes. It's almost like it wasn't Patrick Mahomes as we find CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Big touchdown. We're only going to be down by a field goal. 2 minutes to play. All of our timeouts. We can still win this. I thought it would have been stupid to onside kick, so we're just going to try and contain Cam Newton and the Bears. As it's going to be a read option. Big hit, and the ball's on the ground. It's recovered by L'Jarius Sneed, and that is a fumble recovery for 6. Got in there, read the QB. Cam took a monster hit, and just like in the Super Bowl that Cam Newton last played in, he's going to fumble, and he's not going to be around to recover. Big stop from the defense, and it's going to be enough to secure a Lombardi trophy. Mahomes and the Chiefs have done it again. Cam Newton and the Bears just couldn't come up clutch when it mattered most. I don't know why they're running read option in that spot. I mean, Cam Newton just took an absolute shot, put the football on the ground. And this Chiefs team, so good, so talented. Well-deserved Super Bowl here. They deserve to win it all. You can't argue it. L'Jarius Sneed with the defensive touchdown secures player of the game. I always find that so stupid. I know it's happened before, but it seems like if a player scores a defensive touchdown, they're automatically the Super Bowl MVP in Madden, and it frustrates me when I think Mahomes probably statistically outperformed him by a lot. Either way, though, who cares about the MVP? It's just good to see us out here winning a Super Bowl with Roquan Smith, with Patrick Mahomes, Clyde Edwards-Helaire's up there, and of course Tyreek Hill as well. But the Chiefs win another. Like, you're telling me Mahomes throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns, doesn't win Super Bowl MVP, but instead give it to a cornerback who recovered and housed the fumble? I know the moment was huge. Like, I completely understand that, but it just seems a little bit odd to me. All right, players are ready to negotiate. We'll do one more season. Can't bring back Duvernay Tardif or Geno Stone, really. Can't bring back Darryl Jones. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but I think I need that money for a guard. Our team overall definitely is down. I think that's because of morale. Also, I don't know when this happened. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a 93 overall, 95 with morale. What in the world? Yeah, we don't actually need Darryl, whatever at all. Mitchell Schwartz retired. No. That's super bad for us. That's so bad. We're losing our entire offensive line. That's what's happening. We're losing everybody. Oh, that's so bad. And we only have 11.7 mil. Would love to get Ali Marpet. We need an offensive line. It's going to have to be probably Andrew Norwell. For sure. I mean, we can move Hamner over to left tackle. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that. The fact that Tyron Smith and Garrett Bowles are the same age, or just about, by the way, is wild. I know that Garrett Bowles was a rookie at like 25, but still, it just is wild to think about because Tyron Smith has been around for so long at this point. We got Andrew Norwell. That's a big first one. Did we get Laken Tomlinson? No. Okay, that's weird. I did get Lloyd Cushenberry, though. So that's a big get. Now, I think this has to mean that our best offensive lineman is going to slide over and play left tackle. Got to protect the blind side of Patrick Mahomes. So Deontay Hamner has to move over. Has to. Andrew Norwell, left guard. Cushenberry, right guard. Got a decent right tackle in Bryson Graham. It's just right guard that's kind of a big weakness at the moment. And it's not like this O-line's anything crazy. It doesn't have to be in sim. Honestly, it just needs to be formidable, and it is. What? Javier Hatcher. Superstar dev randomly? I mean, he's bad, so it doesn't really matter. But, I mean, kind of a sick fourth corner option. And we have Ken Griffey Jr.? His actual name is Kenny Griffey. They don't really look the same. But yeah, team overall is pretty good. What is my focus here? I think going into the draft, we could use another offensive lineman for sure. Really at any position. Just best offensive lineman available. And then defensively, I think we're fine. I really can't point to any position on this team and say, hey, that needs to be better. That's not very good. I think we're just overall pretty solid on defense. It's an 88 overall, but guys have room to improve, room to progress, room to develop. So we're just going to see if we can take the best offensive lineman available, I think. It is not a great class for offensive line. Kerry Roby, though, could be amazing. We don't necessarily need an edge rusher, but there's some really good ones available. Marcus Hoover's a D tackle. I don't know what the board's about to look like at number 32 overall, but I don't think it's going to be very good for us in terms of getting an offensive lineman. I really don't. And everyone's off my draft board. Even guys I had looking at in the second. Am I really going to come out here and take a running back? Is that what's about to happen? Yeah, there's nobody. We're taking a running back, Glenn Wheeler. 75 overall, number 6 in the class. Only normal dev. We needed a backup. He's a power guy. Actually looks really good. Looks like he can do a lot. 75 power, 75 elusive. Kind of a monster. CPU can handle the rest. I mean, the team's really good at this point. No one we draft is going to really play any type of significant snaps at all in this year. This is the final year. We're coming out, trying to win back-to-back Super Bowls. Will it happen? Probably not, but maybe. The team is really good. They performed overall pretty well in simulation. Now it's just about coming out and winning the games that we should win. 93 offense, 88 defense. Our offensive line isn't where we want it to be, but it's not bad. It really isn't bad. It just is, it's slightly weak. And we drafted a star dev quarterback here, Randy Matthews. Only 60 overall. He's trash. But it only takes him 1,647 XP to get up to a skill point, which is crazy. And then defensively, got some studs all over. Roquan Smith, 97 overall. He's just going to have to carry the defense, which isn't bad. I mean, we've got some playmakers all over. Be nice for them to come out and make some plays. Not much more to it than that. Nothing to it but to do it. Mid-season mark. We are 6-1. Coming off our first loss of the year, though. Steelers by a touchdown. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say. 91 overall team, 93 offense, 89 defense. This is a team that should be very, very good. And they have been. It's just about capitalizing in the playoffs. We're going to make the playoffs. We're going to do well. I'm going to simulate there right now. First round bye, another loss. 13-3 we would go, though. First offense in the league. Patrick Mahomes had to have won MVP with those numbers. They look ridiculous. 11th best defense, but, you know, almost 4,800 yards, 43 touchdowns, only 7 picks. Edwards-Helaire was excellent, 1,300 yards and 13 touchdowns, averaging 5.5 per carry. Receiving, Tyreek Hill, over 100 catches, over 1,500 yards, 19 touchdowns. Kelsey, almost 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Hardman, over 800 yards, 9 touchdowns. No one else really got involved too much, but the top guys were amazing. I mean, Eric Alden as a third receiver, fourth receiving option on the team, over 500 yards is quite good. And then defensively, Roquan Smith, 109 tackles, 7 for loss, although Langford had 17, which led the team. Not getting a whole ton of pressure individually, but as a team, it seems like we're doing okay. 6.5 sacks for Ben Langford, 6 for Chris Jones, 6 for Mike Hart led the way. Interceptions, not a whole ton for any individual, but an okay number for the team. Roquan 2, L'Jarius Sneed with 2. And then yearly awards, Patrick Mahomes with another MVP. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. A couple Steelers in there back-to-back. Another one down the board, and Leighton Vander Esch signed there. They also had the Offensive Rookie of the Year in Tyrell Meekins, beating out our backup running back in Glenn Wheeler. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Miguel Escobar. No Chiefs. But we do have a divisional matchup. First round bye, skipping through that wild card BS. It's going to be like the Browns. Oh, it's the Ravens, as Travis Kelce's going to retire. We better come out of here with a win then. We do, 28-16. Back in the conference championship. It is the Cincinnati Bengals. One game away from getting back to the Super Bowl, and it's exactly what we do. Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl. They went 10-6. We're going down to Atlanta. This is your last look at the team. Clyde Edwards-Helaire does go up to superstar dev. 97 overall with morale. Look at Deontay Hamner, also 97 overall with morale. He's only in his 4th year. 24-year-old offensive lineman. He is unbelievable. Offensive line does look pretty good right now. Even Mecole Hardman, 94 overall. Defensively, don't really see any upgrades here. But, I mean, the team overall looks just fantastic. 92, 93 offense, 91 defense. Super Bowl, Atlanta, they are an 84 overall. If we lose this game, I swear. As soon as Edwards-Helaire got really good, our offense just became electric. I wonder if in Sim you really need a good running back to be successful. Our defense isn't doing a whole lot, though. We score immediately back on offense. Vikings can't stop us at all. This is a shootout in the Super Bowl. It is 21-17 now entering the second half. Make it 28-17. Vikings get back on. We go ahead by 10, though. 35-25. Vikings not giving up as they make it a 4-point game. It's going to be a 3-point game. 32-35. Onside kick. If we recover, we win. If we don't, they have a chance. And it is recovered by Tyreek Hill. I don't even know what just happened. What is happening? What is going on? That's the game, though. Oh, my God. That was almost really bad because we didn't recover initially. And then Tyreek Hill grabbed it. I thought we were going to have a touchdown, but 99 speed doesn't play like 99 speed. Looked like about 70. But it's another Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think, as Cam Newton is their QB, why is he so good in simulation, man? But I think with this Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl, back-to-back years, I think we're going to call it a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for subscribing. It's free if you made it to the end of the video. If you're not subscribed already, you might as well subscribe. Cam Newton is the best QB in Madden history. It was what, Mitch Trubisky last year? Nick Foles / Ryan Tannehill for a lot of this year? Cam Newton's completely overtaken it. He wins MVP with every team that he goes to. He's in the Super Bowl all the time. He threw for 370 yards and 4 touchdowns. Did throw 3 picks. Jeez, not too good. Tyrann Mathieu, Rashad Fenton, and Roquan Smith hauled them in. But again, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you're not subscribed already. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.
Insane, I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the clapping so loud. Speedbird's good.